All right. Good morning, everyone. People, good morning. Chalo, let's go ahead and start our class today. People, yesterday we were done with the section number 18. Section number 18.1, 18.2, 18.3, 18.4 and 18.5 were done. Right, everyone? Can we go ahead and now continue our class? Now, circular, everyone. Can you see the circulars which are there below? Circulars. Let's go ahead and now do the circulars which are there in the chapter of ITC. Everyone to the circulars now. Below section number 18, you will be able to see three circulars are there, right? Circular number 1, 2 and 3. Let's go ahead and start understanding each and every circular one by one. Everyone over here, circular number 1. Tell me one thing. People went ahead and asked, sir, when you are going ahead and telling about demerger, the demerger, when it is done, we have to transfer the ITC on the assets ratio. How it is done? People had lot of confusion, so people went ahead and asked the government, and government went ahead and clarified. This circular is given in your book. I will go ahead and explain it to you. When you read your book, the same thing is told over there also. Everyone over here now. ITC apportionment in the case of business reorganization, section number 18.3, read with rule number 41. Section number 18.3, read with rule number 41 says that whenever you are going ahead and transferring your business, special circumstance it is, and you can transfer your credit also, you just have to go online and file one form ITC 02. In the assets ratio, you can transfer the credit. The front party will go ahead and accept. The amount will be credited to the transferee, basically the demerged unit ka e-credit ledger mein. Right, everyone? Now, when you see section number 18 ka 18.3 read with rule number 41, there is a circular which is there which goes ahead and asks many questions to the government. All the questions I have gone ahead and told over here. For ITC apportionment, people ask, value of the new unit is to be taken. How do we have to go ahead and take the value of the new unit ka? Is value of assets of the new unit. For an example, I will tell you what people ask. People ask the government, sir, for an example, there is Tata ka two entities which are there. One entity is in Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, one entity is in UP. Now what happened? From this entity, demerger happened. Correct, everyone? Small demerger has happened. In the state of MP, there were 60 crore ka asset, out of which 30 crore ka assets were transferred to the demerged unit. In the state of UP also, one more unit was demerged. Means Tata ka two states mein demerger happened, wherein in UP there were 40 crore ka assets and 10 crore ka assets were being transferred. So if you actually go ahead and see overall basis pay for Tata's, overall how much is the asset transferred? Out of the total 100 crore, 40 crore ka asset has been transferred. So people went ahead and told, sir, for ITC apportionment, when we are going ahead and taking value of assets of the new unit, should we go ahead and take 40 crore, means 40 is to 100 crore, which is 40% should we go ahead and transfer from the e-credit ledger in MP, and 40% we should go ahead and transfer from UP. You are able to understand? 40% assets are transferred in total. So in total, should we transfer in MP 40% credit and UP also 40% credit, or we should see state wise? Here 50% of the assets are transferred, so 50% credit has to be transferred from the e-credit ledger, and here 40 crores and 10 crore assets are transferred, means 25% assets are transferred, so only 25% should be transferred from the e-credit ledger. Are you guys able to understand? People ask, do we have to go ahead and see on overall basis or every state wise? Whenever, supposingly, every distinct person wise, how much is the asset transferred, that much credit has to be transferred. So if I have one registration in the state of MP where 50% of the assets are transferred, government told, beta transfer 50% credit. In the state of UP, 40% assets are 25% assets are transferred. Transfer only 25% of the credit. Don't see overall basis pay how much assets are transferred. No. It will not be 40% credit which you transfer in all the state. You don't have to say all India basis. You have to say state wise and transfer the credit. In a state, if 40% assets are transferred, transfer 40% credit. If in a state 50% assets are transferred, transfer 50% credit. Are we clear, everyone? So if one registration may one person has transferred only 30% asset, you should transfer only 30% credit. Did you guys get it? So all India basis we will not be seeing the ratio. We will be seeing distinct person wise. Every person, how much is the assets he is transferring, that much credit he will go ahead and transfer. Is my point clear to all? See, so they are telling for ITC apportionment, value of the assets of the new unit. When we are transferring the credit, should we see all India level? No, sir, not at all India level. It should be taken at state level, that is distinct person level. So if in a state, supposingly I have two registration and both the registrations are supposingly 30% and here 20% is transferred asset, then I should transfer 30% credit and 20% credit. I should not see overall basis pay ratio. If you see in the example, overall basis pay the ratio is 40%. But are you transferring 40%? No, you are transferring how much assets in every state you transferred, that much credit you transferred in every state. Is my point clear to all? The next one over here. The next one over here. Transfer. Okay, now people went ahead and asked, sir, supposingly in MP and UP we went ahead and demerged. But in UP we did not go ahead and transfer any assets. Do we have to go ahead and file ITC 02? You have not transferred any asset, means you will not transfer any ITC. If you don't have to transfer any ITC, still do you have to go ahead and file every state may ITC 02? No. Government went ahead and clarified, you don't have to file ITC 02 in every state. You have to file only in those states where transfer and transferee both are registered. It means basically if you are going ahead and transferring something, only then you will go ahead and file ITC 02. If transfer is not registered in a state, supposingly the demerged unit is not there in a state, why will you go ahead and file ITC 02? So they went ahead and clarified transferor to file ITC 02, which is to transfer the credit only in those states where both transferor and transferee are registered. Sir, if transferee is not registered in a state, means we have not gone ahead and transferred anything, why will we go ahead and file ITC 02? The next one over here. People went ahead and asked, sir, you have gone ahead and specifically used the here ITC apportionment in the ratio of the new units. Here specifically it is told only for demerger. But sir, if it is not a case of demerger, for an example, one person was going ahead and doing business, and from his business he went ahead and cut off a small part and gave it to his son. Now in that scenario also, should he go ahead and transfer the credit? Government went ahead and told, I have used the word demerger, but I mean to say over there that even if a big business is there and out of that business one small part has been hived off, means you have cut off a small part, might be you have transferred 10 crore ka asset, you have kept 90 crore ka asset, then how much should be transferred to the new unit? 10% of the e-credit ledger. They are telling it is not applicable only to demerger, it is applicable to all kind of business reorganization where a part of the business has been hived off. Are we clear, everyone? So government went ahead and told for ITC apportionment, sir, formula for ITC apportionment, that is on the ratio of the asset, applicable to all forms of business reorganization, not only to the merger. So for an example, one father was running the business, he cut off 10% of the business and gave it to his sons. Then in that scenario, 10% credit has to be transferred to both the son, because any form of business reorganization may this formula of asset wise apportionment has to be seen. Now, tell me one thing. People went ahead and also asked one question, which I just remember. I thought I'll tell you. For an example, sir, I went ahead and bought the asset. Some assets we take ITC, some assets we don't go ahead and take the ITC. Yes? Some asset we take ITC, some asset we do depreciation. So, sir, the ITC which is there, when I am transferring the credit, should I transfer only with respect to those assets on which ITC was taken? No, government went ahead and told, see, when I am telling you to transfer the credit, I am telling you to see the assets ka ratio on the, whether you have taken the credit on the asset, whether you have not taken the credit on the asset, doesn't matter. Whatever is your ITC, please go ahead and do the distribution in the assets ka ratio. Whether that asset pay you have taken the credit, not taken the credit. For an example, I transferred 20% assets to my demerged unit. Now that assets pay I never took the credit. But still, I have to transfer e-credit ledger, say 20% ITC. Government is telling whatever credit is there in your e-credit ledger, please distribute how much asset you distributed. Might be those assets pay you never took the credit, but still doesn't matter. Government told you have to apply assets ka formula and distribute on the ratio of the assets. Are we clear, everyone? Now, the next one, apportionment formula. Okay. Government ko people went ahead and asked one more question. Government ko people asked, sir, if a person has CGST, SGST and IGST ka credit, for an example, the transferor, and this is the transferee, he has CGST 5 lakh, people getting it? No? Okay, he has 5 lakh, SGST has 5 lakh, IGST has 20 lakh. All these examples are also given in your book along with what I am talking, same figures. Okay, everyone. So when you are might be here little here and there. Okay, please manage. Okay. Now here, what is the total amount, everyone? 30 lakhs. Now, if you have gone ahead and transferred, for an example, 30% of your assets, can you tell me how much will you transfer to the transferee? E-credit ledger say how much? 30% of 30 lakh is how much? 9 lakh. People don't want to use calculators. Baba, you have to pass in exam. You have to start using calculators. People are not applying brain also. Sir, early morning it is not working. Baba, then you use calculator because in the exam also brain will not work. Can I go ahead, everyone? Here now. 30 lakh say 30% means how much? 9 lakh. Now, you should apply 5 lakh into 30%, 5 lakh into 30%, 5 lakh, 20 lakh into 30%. Or people ask, can we go ahead and apply on overall basis directly 30%? So government told you apply on overall basis 30%, 9 lakh is to be transferred, right? Then people ask, 9 lakh to be transferred from which head? Should we transfer from CGST, SGST or IGST? Government told your wish. You want to transfer 1 from here, 2 from here, 6 from here. You do it. Do however you want. But if there is only 5, you can transfer maximum 5 from there. Are we clear, everyone? Did you get it? So people went ahead and asked, this ITC apportionment assets ka ratio should be applied on total unutilized ITC or with respect to each head. Government told, no, not with respect to each head. You apply on the total, transfer that asset. Got it, everyone? Transfer that credit. How will you transfer? Transferor shall be at liberty to determine the amount to be transferred from each head. You don't have to go ahead and say from each head 30%. No. This is not applicable. This 9 lakh you can transfer from whichever head you want. Sir, I want to transfer full 5 lakh here, 1 lakh here and 3 lakh here. No problem, Baba. However you want, you can go ahead and transfer. It's your liberty. Next. Everyone over here now. Then people went ahead and asked, sir, you are telling transfer, correct? We have to go ahead and transfer. When we have to go ahead and transfer, we have to take ITC balance multiplied by assets ka ratio. Yes or no? This will be the amount of ITC which you are going to transfer. People ask, sir, which day ka ITC balance? Which day ka assets ratio? Correct or not? ITC balance, which day ka ITC balance? Government told you are going to file ITC 02, no, that day ka ITC balance. Then people ask, assets ratio, which day ka assets ratio? Government is telling whenever you go ahead and do a demerger, demerger ka one scheme is there. That scheme of demerger may one date will be there. When is the demerger going to happen? Sir, you have to take appointment date of demerger, because for every demerger there will be a demerger ka scheme document. That scheme document may you go ahead and see when is the demerger happening. Supposingly on the date of filing ITC 02, you have 10 lakh rupees. Appointment date of demerger, the assets ratio is 30%, which you are going ahead and transferring. On the date of demerger, you are transferring how much? 30%. So on the date of demerger, we are going ahead and transferring 30%. Please go ahead and transfer how much credit? 3 lakh. Story over. People ask, which date ka balances? Which date ka asset ratio? Government told, date ka ITC balance has to be taken when you are filing ITC 02. That date ka balance and ratio. Sir, the day which you are going ahead and doing the demerger, that is the appointment date of demerger. The document will be there for demerger. In that, appointment date of demerger will be there. Sir, if supposingly one partnership firm में distribution is a partnership firm में what to do? Baba, the day you are filing ITC 02 and partnership firm, if partnership firm में the day you are going ahead and transferring that day ka assets ratio, you can go ahead and take it. I hope everyone is clear. See, they went ahead and told apportionment formula to be taken off which date? Sir, you have to go ahead and distribute the ITC in on what will you do? ITC balance multiplied by ratio of asset. So people went ahead and asked, sir, which day ka ITC balance? Government told it has to be on the date of filing ITC 02. People asked ratio of the asset. Which day ka ratio has to be taken? Ratio of the value of the asset to be taken as on the appointment date of the merger. I hope everyone is clear. People, can we go ahead? Yes, people, everyone is clear till here. We are done with your circular with respect to section number 18.3, read with rule number 41, which was basically going ahead and telling about the apportionment in case of transfer of business. Everyone over here, I will quickly summarize it for you. We went ahead and understood. Number one, sir, ITC balance when we are transferring, we will go ahead and transfer on the basis of overall basis, all India basis, or state level, distinct person level. Distinct person level, how much asset is transferred, that much credit has to be transferred. Sir, I have to go ahead and file ITC 02 in every state. No, Baba, no. Wherever transfer and transferee both are registered, only that state you have to go ahead and file ITC 02. People went ahead and asked, sir, is this formula of apportionment is applicable only in case of demerger? Government told no, Baba, no. It is applicable to all forms of business reorganization where basically one part of the business is hived off. That case, you can go ahead and say that how much asset is transferred, that much credit I will go ahead and transfer. Then apportionment formula to be applied with respect to each head or overall total you have to say. Total may you can apply apportionment formula. Sir, total credit which you have, on that you can apply apportionment formula. Then people asked, we have to go ahead and transfer from each head. How? The government told total amount you can transfer from any head you want. Sir, transfer shall be at liberty to determine the amount to be transferred from each head. Then people asked, sir, which day ka ITC balance and which day ka ratio of the asset? Government told when you want to transfer, you will take ITC balance as on the date of filing ITC 02 form GST ITC 02 multiplied by ratio of asset. Which date ka ratio of asset? Sir, on the appointment date of the merger. I hope you guys are clear. We are done with your circular relating to ITC apportionment in case of business reorganization. Are we all clear, everyone? People, are we all clear? Everyone, done till here. Now, the next circular. People went ahead and asked the government, sir, if we are going ahead and distributing free gift, will we get ITC? Government went ahead and told, sir, when you are giving free gift, no, if it is falling under section number 71C, permanent transfer of business asset, where ITC has been availed, it is supply, then you will get ITC. But if you are giving free gift and it is not falling in section number 71C, then you will not get ITC. I hope you guys understand this. Sir, if I went ahead and buy, supposingly, I am one pharma company, we bought thermometer, ठीक है everyone, and we gave thermometer for free. Sir, it is permanent transfer of business asset. If you had gone ahead and taken the ITC on such asset, thermometer given, thermometer pe ITC was taken, it will be a supply. Government told, very good, Baba, you take the ITC. Then government ko people went ahead and asked, if we gave, supposingly, we buy powder pe we took ITC, out of the powder we made medicine, and medicine given free. Sir, can we go ahead and take ITC? Government told, sir, this is not permanent transfer of business asset on which ITC was taken. ITC was taken on powder, given free is medicine, hence it is not a supply. When it's not a supply, will you get ITC? Government told, you will also not get that much amount of ITC, how much asset was given? Free. Yes, everyone over here, free sample and gift. Government went ahead and clarified this. I've already told you in supply chapter only that, sir, if the activity results in supply, ITC allowed, but if activity doesn't fall in supply, no ITC with respect to input service, capital goods to the extent of such distribution. Means how much ever medicine you distributed free, that much proportionate ITC will be disallowed. Then people went ahead and asked, sir, you know what we are going ahead and doing? We are going ahead and buying input, we are buying input services, we are buying capital goods, okay? And sir, with this we are making soap, ठीक है everyone? And we are going ahead and giving one soap plus one soap free. Now, officer went ahead and told Ramesh, listen, if you are giving one soap free, I will not go ahead and give you the ITC with respect to this soap. Officer went ahead and told the people, when you are going ahead and giving one soap free, it is not a permanent transfer of business asset on which ITC was availed. ITC was availed on input service and capital goods. Hence, officer went ahead and told the people, I will not give you the ITC with respect to the free soap. Government went ahead and told, hey officer, this is a way of fooling the customer, nothing other than that. It is actually not free. Do one thing, you go to the shopkeeper, tell him, uncle, give me that free soap. The whole life you can take bath with free soap only then. Correct or not? Every time one soap plus one soap is given free generally. Now you tell me one thing, is the soap actually given free? Or when he is taking one soap ka price, he is giving you two soap. Basically it is one soap ka price mein two soap, which is nothing other than two ka price only he is taking. So it is two soaps supplied at the price of one. It is nothing other than two being supplied at the price of one. Two individual supplies supplied for a single price. It's a mixed supply. And sir, all the ITC shall be available to the person who is going ahead and giving one plus one free. It is nothing other than two individual supplies supplied at the price of one, and ITC of all the input services and capital goods shall be available even with respect to the soap which is given free. Total ITC shall be available. Are we clear everyone? So that was the clarification. Buy one get one free may, buy one get one ITC is allowed with respect to input services and capital goods. Then people went ahead and asked, sir, buy more, save more, mein what will happen? Sir, buy 10%, buy 10,000, get 10%, buy 20,000, get 20%, buy 30,000, get 30%. Arey, government went ahead and told, sir, when they are giving discount, what is the problem? If they are going ahead and supplying 10,000 item at 9,000 rupees, still they will get all the input tax credit with respect to input services and capital goods. There will be no restriction on the availment of ITC. And when you are going ahead and giving such discounts are shown in the invoice, and the GST will be applicable only on the amount after discount. Yes everyone, discount will not be included in the value because 10,000 minus 10% already shown in the invoice. Your value of supply is 9,000 and also all the ITC shall be available. Right everyone, are we clear with this clarification? Next, everyone over here now, circular with respect to mold and die. Everyone over here, let's go ahead and understand molds and dies. Molds and dies. People went ahead and asked the government, sir, I am giving mold and die to my job worker and he is going ahead and making something and giving it to me. Sir, we did not understand anything. Yes, Baba, listen. There is one person who is known as an original equipment manufacturer. For an example, TV manufacturer LG. You know LG everyone? LG goes ahead and makes the inside ka parts. LG doesn't go ahead and make the outside wala cabinet. LG ka job is to make the technology. LG ka job is not to go ahead and make the outside ka panel anything, right? So LG went ahead and got in touch with one component manufacturer and told him, sir, I want you to make the cabinet of the TV with the help of your mold and give it to me. He told, okay sir, I will go ahead and buy the mold. I will make one cabinet and give it to you. When we are giving you one cabinet, we will go ahead and supply at 100 rupees. Value of supply is how much? 100. This was the contract that you will buy the mold, you will go ahead and make a cabinet that is a component and give it to us. You told you will make the component and give it to us. Okay, everyone. Now, this component which you had to make and give it to us, we had agreed at how much? 100 rupees. Now, what happened? After some days, you could not find the mold and hence you were not able to supply the component. So, I bought the mold I gave it to you free of cost. Yes, everyone. And then you made the component and gave it to me. Do you think I'm going to pay you 100 rupees per component now? We had agreed that you will buy the mold and you will give the component, then I will give you 100 rupees. But now I bought the mold and I gave you the mold free of cost, and now you are making the component and giving it to me. I will tell the mold costed me 1 lakh rupees. Yes, everyone. And 10,000 pieces you are going to make, means per item 10 rupees you have to reduce and give it to me. Yes or no? And I will actually go ahead and give him only 90 rupees. Are you guys able to understand? I will tell him, see, 1 lakh rupees ka mold I gave it to you. 1 lakh rupees you are going to make 10,000 units and give it to me. Per unit 10 rupees you have to reduce and give it to me. Yes or no? So basically the value will be reduced by you. Government went ahead and told Ramesh, listen, circular came. Government told Ramesh, first of all, is it your business to go ahead and buy the mold? No, it was his business to buy the mold because that was the agreement. When you buy the mold, if you have taken the ITC, please reverse the ITC. You will not get any ITC. Are you guys able to understand? First clarification, government told when you buy the ITC, when you buy the mold, you will not get the ITC because it's not your business to go ahead and buy the mold. Now, when you go ahead and give it to him free of cost, definitely you guys would have gone ahead and reduced the value of supply. So government went ahead and told the second thing that whatever is the amortized cost of the mold, amortized cost means, sir, 1 lakh unit divided by 10,000 means 10 rupees. You would have definitely gone ahead and reduced some amount. So please add it back because that was his obligation to buy the mold. Obligation of the supplier made by the recipient is to be included in the value of supply, and hence government told amortized cost has to be included and the value of supply will become 100 rupees. Did you guys get my point? It was the job of the supplier to buy the mold made by the recipient. So when he is supplying you in the value of supply, section number 15(2) says whatever is the obligation of the supplier, if made by the recipient, it has to be added in the value. Now in 90 rupees, you can't go ahead and add full 1 lakh rupees. So government told you have to add amortized cost of the mold in the value of supply. See over here, everyone. If contract was for supply, so ITC on mold and die sent by original equipment manufacturer, FOC means free of cost to component manufacturer. Everyone over here. If contract was for supply of component using mold and die of component manufacturer, he told I will buy mold and die, but it was supplied by whom? Original equipment manufacturer. You bought and you supplied it free of cost. Then number one, amortized cost of mold and die to be added to the value. Number two, number one, whatever is the mold ka amortized cost 10 rupees per unit has to be added. Secondly, ITC reversal, since it is not considered in the course of business, this guy will not be able to take the ITC. ITC has to be reversed because it was none of his business to go ahead and buy the mold. Can I go ahead, everyone? I will go ahead and ask you the next question. I went ahead and told original equipment manufacturer, told he will buy the mold and give it to the component manufacturer, and he told okay, I will go ahead and supply you the component, and value of supply he told only 80 rupees. Now tell me one thing, if I buy the mold, is it my business to buy the mold? Yes, because you told I will buy the mold and give it to you. When you told, sir, it is my job, I will buy the mold and give it to you because I want the goods to be according to me. So you bought the mold, you gave it to him free of cost. This is the contract now. The contract is you will buy the mold, you will give it to him free of cost, and he will give you the component at 80 rupees. When you buy the mold, it is your business now to buy the mold and give it to him because you have agreed that way. So you will be able to take the ITC also. When you go ahead and give the mold to him free of cost, he will go ahead and just make the item and give it to you. Here, will any amortized cost be added? No, sir, because it was none of his obligation made by you. It was your obligation only to go ahead and give the mold. His obligation was just to make and give it to you at 80 rupees. He is going ahead and making and giving it to you. It was none of his obligation that was fulfilled by you. Yes or no? It was his job just to make it and give it to you. He is making and giving it to you. So the value of supply will remain at 80 rupees only. So here, government went ahead and told if contract was for supply of component using mold and die of original equipment manufacturer, you will buy the mold, give it to him, and he'll just make the component and give it to you. In that scenario, ITC allowed to the original equipment manufacturer. There will be no reversal, and there will be no value addition in the value of supply, because the value was agreed at 80 rupees only. I hope everyone is clear with this. Always remember one thing, you have to see the contract. In case of mold and die, if the contract was that he will buy the mold and give you the supply, but you bought the mold and you gave it to him free of cost, in that scenario, first of all, ITC will be reversed. Secondly, amortized cost also has to be added. Secondly, if you told I will buy the mold and give it to you, that is your business to give him the mold. You can take the credit also, and when he makes the component and gives it to you, because it was not his obligation to buy the mold, you had only agreed that I will only buy the mold. It's your business, you can take ITC also, and when he supplies it to you, it will not be added to his value of supply, means no amortized cost will be added to his value of supply. I hope everyone is clear. Yes sir, we got it. Here I will go ahead and close my circulars on the chapter of input tax credit. Congratulations people.